Mr. Bala, India is undoubtedly one of the biggest or second biggest countries in the world after China. There is no doubt that a lot of places in India has important historical sites. We are in Nainital. Can you tell us how has tourism contributed towards the economic growth of this township?
India is a big country, as you said, having quite a good, seasonal weathers. In all the season, people are different places to visit. Being a vast country, there are a lot of things of historical importance and other things are there available in India. And Nainital is one of the town which is, located at the hill, Uttaranchal area it is called as in India. And it's an cold place for the purpose to visit in summer. And local people here only, expect the tourists will come and they will be definitely feeded with them for the support. And tourists come here only to make their climate and weather change and their, temperament change when they are very busy in their own places. So they come here to make a fun and a visit to other places in India here in Nainital. And approximately, the people are there which are definitely economy is going to be helpful for tourist growth is there. When the tourists are available, definitely they'll get the money and economy will be better off in Nainital too. And it has been rightly said that, Nainital is a very good place surrounded by many hills and it is located in the valley. It is called Nainital is a valley basically. People and the culture of our country is based on Hinduism only. We got quite a good number of adventure tracks also.
Tabala, looking at tourism the world over, there has been some dramatic reduction in terms of the arrivals of tourists in so many countries due to the global economic recession or financial problem that is facing the world economies, such as India, China, the United States or the United Kingdom. How has this economic recession impacted on tourist arrival in India as a tour operator?
Financial crisis, it is going to affect the entire world. It has affected a lot of places. India is a vast country. People are there to at least 30% people are there to support the economy in a normal way. Although the financial crisis is there, that doesn't matter. Still they have been getting defeated too. And I don't think local people also in India and other parts of the city, they'll come and the economy will be all right.
Mr. Bala, the other question I was going to ask you is about the local people. What do they do apart from tourists coming and then patronizing their business or their earnings? What do they do in terms of agriculture? Because looking at the valley, this area, there is not much to do in terms of, extensive farming activities. What do they do basically?
At Nainital are cultivating a lot of other medicines sort of way. The plants are there. That is going to be helpful to the laboratories for the chemical industries too. Plus otherwise also, you see they are doing a farming for cultivating this, the fruits. Main fruits of this here is Nainital is Kumani. We call it Kumani. It's orange color and it's very well cultivated here. The second more important fruit is apple also, which is quite delicious. And it is being only cultivated in the colder areas. Whereas there they go out and other they do the laboring for. And that is why how they set it up. Because it is a place which can go for throughout the year. This has not been, it is a tourist place and people come in all the weathers. In rains, in that your cold, or in summer especially too.
Sir, what are the challenges confronting tourism in India? More so Nainital. What are the challenges that are confronting this sector?
The country wants foreign tourists also to visit their own hometowns. And being a countryman, we also aspire a lot of other national people should come and they visit. Till last year, people have been coming in numbers, in lakhs, and they have been enjoying the weather and they are enjoying this all kind of, the activities and seeing the historical monuments, etc. Because of the recession in the economy, that is why people are not coming so much in numbers. Each other too.
So has there been any drop in terms of tourist arrival? Looking at your statistics, has there been any drop due to this economic recession? Any number that you can give us?
So out of the, inbound tourists, that has been affected a lot. And you see that percentage of your Indian tourists also, they are also not interested to spend much money in that, for exploring the cities and that too. So it is going to be affected definitely. 50% are taking a chance. So business definitely has been affected a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All the way. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You have been a tour leader for DJ students. No start? Well, as a tour leader, this is your 15th time with DJ students from around the developing countries. Mr. Mandal, tell us what are some of the lessons that one can derive from this tour or places that we have visited. What do you think students can learn from these places?
So many things. And first you went to Jaipur, Agra and other thing. Agra is in western UP and Jaipur is in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the greatest area. And you also visited this NGO. So from that tour you can know that India's development, how people they are living in desert area, in other areas, and how NGOs working for their development. And first you visited plain area, then you came mountains. So here you know that how people living in the mountain, what's the climate, and you visited observatory. So you can know that how much India progressed in the field of this astronomy. And now you are going to administrating institute. Then other government officials, how they are working. So that is very important.
Mr. Mandal, there is no doubt that you have acquired a lot of experiences from different journalists from around the developing countries who come here twice a year. I mean, what have you been very much inspired with this interaction with so many journalists 2 times a year?
Some knowledge, because they are from different countries. So I know about different countries, and after that I have so many friends in different countries. After going back, you are my friends also. So this is my personal experience.
Mandal, the development journalism course started by India in the early 1960s, going back to its present level now. The course has been changing modules from time to time in line with the changing needs of the society or developing countries. This course is only organized by India. How do you see the Indian government help intervention towards the developing countries in Africa, Asia?
Because I think you don't have any journalism institute, and this India has very big network of this information and broadcasting ministry. So here you can see different type of media and how they are working, and I think you have gained some knowledge from here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Karuna Lalu, you are in Nainital as part of the 52nd batch of development journalism students. This is your first trip in Nainital, and tell us your impressions. Share with us what you have seen, what you have heard.
I just love this place, this nature, the beautiful scenic, the scene, the nature. It's as if we are in a heaven for me. I've never been to such a wonderful place. The valley, an environment very pure, which is very no pollution here. You see, I just love this place.
The second question I'm going to ask you is about the history of this settlement. A lot of people attribute the Nani village to what happened centuries ago. Can you share with us about the little facts that you know about this settlement?
For me, as far as I know, that there is a goddess here, which is named Naini, and you then have a temple here, the temple of Naini, And this lake is named after her. The Nainital, Tal means lake, and Naini is the name of the goddess. So I think this is against the goddess. Hindu tradition, religion, all are interlinked with the nature, the beauty of the nature.
Any other thing that you would like to, take along with you about Nainital? I'm sure you have bought some gifts for your loved ones.
Many souvenirs from here, candles, and some artifacts, crafts made locally made here, even shawls, very good cloth, winter cloth. So I'll take it as a souvenir for me and also for my friends and relatives. Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to answer your question.
We are sitting on top of the hill. Of course, this place is a valley, so it means that wherever you are on top of a hill. And this is the Fair Heavens where we are lodging for the next day or so. On my left is my colleague Chukudi from Nigeria, Per Silva from the Gambia, and Arul Perumal from Malaysia. Mr. Chukudi, briefly tell us, what have you seen so far? Are you impressed?
Impressed, yes. What one begins to appreciate is the works of nature. It's a cool environment. It's tempting. It makes you want to stay back and run away from the troubles of nature, troubles of life. This place offers people opportunity to really appreciate God's work.
There is some element of truth in what you are saying, because you have already forgotten the days you are saying tomorrow is not there.
Because of the serenity, you even tend to forget, you lose the sense of time. And you want to stay longer, you want to stay off the heat of the struggle in life.
Per Silva, tell us, what have you been impressed about this Nainital?
Question. I think I have this belief that in as much as a human being continues to live on Earth, he explores and lands things. Coming here to Nainital has been or will always be a lifelong experience for me, because this is the first time I am experiencing the hills or the mountains of this height, and I really like the setup or the setting up of the people who stay here, the infrastructure, and even the areas that we started visiting is really something that developing countries can always make a headway. They can also explore and see how best they can emulate what is going on in Nainital.
From Malaysia. Oh God.
We forgot.
Now, tell us, what is the difference between Malaysia and Nainital?
Well, as you know, as I presented in my presentation, it is a blessed nation with the natural wonders. But compared with India, it is wonderful because we are or I would say this is my third place, which I enjoyed compared with Agra and Jaipur. As well for the domestic people. And
okay, thank you very much. We now move on to some of our colleagues down here the man who is a photojournalist from Madagascar. Sometimes very funny. We are going to begin with Tema Nyerenda. We want to speak louder, please.
Yes, please.
Tema, you are dressed very neatly here in Nainital. You are acting as a tourist also. How do you see the place?
First of all, it's amazing that I could have an opportunity to come to such a natural wonder of the world. And as you've said, I'm looking like a tourist because I take this place as a privileged place, and I think only those who deserve come to this place. It's a wonderful experience.
What have you seen so far? Are you impressed?
Yes, I'm very impressed by it, because in my country there are not many mountains like that. Okay. And I enjoy this place very well.
You are so, nicely dressed. Tell us about your impressions of this place so far.
I'm going to ride the horse. That's why I'm wearing this dress. But I like this place, but it's a little look like my country because we have the same in our country, but here more experience, more attraction because maybe I'm with my friends from the other countries.
More attractions, and we now turn to an Afghan lady. Can you face the camera? No. Oh, original from Nigeria has been taking a lot of photographs here. There is no need saying that he's impressed. But we want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Faka, what do you have to say?
Yeah, Nainital, it's a tourist delight. It's seemingly we're on top of the world in the Himalayas. I actually tried to see my country from here, but I couldn't. It's a good resort we are in, fair haven, good place, traditional setting, wooden floors, cottage, like buildings, but very cold. We hear that winter, the whole Nainital is covered up with snow. And Nainital is made up of 2 districts, the up mountain, the lower mountain, and it's a good place with so many Tibetans here. We hear that China is just about 40 kilometers across some of the Himalaya ridges, and of course Tibet is over there. We hop across, we get into Nepal, the hilly, the mountainous nation. We're enjoying ourselves. This is the class of the DJ, Development Journalism for 2009, IIMC, JNU, New Delhi.
Barasa, you are buying clothes here. You bought a lot of souvenirs and you are having a good time. Can you share with us what this is all about?
Yeah, really, I'm enjoying it. It's one of the best moments to be here. The weather is cool. I like it very much. The weather is good. I like it when it's rather cold, but they have plenty of woolen material, so I'm enjoying myself here. And I know that it's quite entertaining. We go places, and I'll be looking forward to going up.
You having a good time?
Yes, of course.
You enjoying it?
Oh yes, very much.
Like what?
First, the environment here, the air is very clean, and it's a bit different from other parts. No, it's not very different from Madagascar, but here it's different from the other parts of India.
So if given the time, you want to stay longer?
Oh yes, why not? To breathe, clean air.
Forget about the worries in Madagascar?
Yes.
And everything. Is this place different from Burundi?
Yeah, it's difficult.
How?
It's different.
How?
Sorry. We have too many trees and tree in leaf. It's a very nice place. There is fresh air. You can breathe. Very fresh air. Even if we have fresh air in Burundi, we don't have cities built like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please get up and talk to us about the impressions of Nainital? Are you happy?
Nainital, yes, I like Nainital very much because it's remember me my hometown, mainly this big lake, Naini lake, because we have one like this in my hometown, and it's remember me.
A lot of people are saying that it's a perfect place for lovers. It's a hideout for, a lot of good things. It's scenic. Some people are even saying that they don't want to go home. Some are even forgetting about the dates. Could you imagine? So, would you like to come here with somebody you like?
Maybe after marriage.
All we have for you for the time being, we are relaxing. In the next minute or so, we'll be walking down. As I understand, it's about an hour. So for now, let me have it with the cameraman himself, Pralhad.giri from Nepal. He needs to be interviewed. Now I'll be the cameraman and he'll be the... What are your impressions of this place?
Well, life is here very fantastic and very colorful. I think this place is to be really visited time and again, and really rejuvenates your own energy, and it adds up the values of the colors in your life. And with having my 20 colleagues from 14 different countries is really what I get a very good inspiration and good, a kind of companionship in my life, and I cannot forget them at all in my life, because this is a lifetime experience I have had. And with having this beautiful scenery with the combination of lakes and the mountains and all this, they have really a kind of values that really makes enjoyment to people whoever visits here. So I think from my country's perspective, Nepal, this is not new for me, but although having a very good companionship with my different friends of different countries, it's really have added value for me for this wonderful trip. So I would definitely say that this is a very wonderful place to visit again and again, and with my friends. So I really invite you as well to come here to visit Nainital. It's really wonderful.
Administrative Training Institute, ATI. Until 1988 it was named as ATI, and with that we increased our activities so far the trainings are concerned. The basic likewise in 88 to 2000 we are UP Academy of Administration, we got an status of academy. Then in the year 1999 this state was carved out from the state of Uttar Pradesh, a new state named Uttaranchal. Then obviously we remained again renamed as Uttaranchal Academy, and 2007 the Uttaranchal was further changed as Uttarakhand. So now we are Uttarakhand Academy of Administration. And originally this building was Open defecation free. The basic area of training is that how to make the villages free from the open defecation. Provide them cleanliness and to make them aware about the health and hygiene. This is the basic area, and for that we train them on different techniques.
Totally connected with the common man or
common man,
you know. So some development issues.
Yeah, we are running project with the support of the Government of India, Ministry of Rural Development.
Project or special concentration on the eradication of poverty all over this surroundings.
Yeah, we are implementing the DFID, supported by DFID for the poverty reduction through sanitation. You go to the brochure calendar. This is already we have covered. This is under the year of we have already covered. Started in
Basically, you are talking about development issues, not only in Nainital but the rest of India.
Yeah.
Sanitation is very important. It has to. It relates with water more or less. Okay. In our hotels, there are a lot of instructions that water should be minimally used.
Yeah.
Is that a problem of water here?
If you see in the entire country, there are 4 problems, major problems. Number 1 is availability. Second is if water is available, then quality. And in quality, there is a chemical and bacteriological contamination. And thirdly, operation and maintenance of the present assets. And fourthly is social exclusion. The poor people will not getting the better access to the water supply system. Recharging, rainwater harvesting, and try to check the depletion of water, groundwater mainly. And thirdly, Government of India also implementing a project on water quality to test the entire source of the country in both ways, chemically and bacteriologically.
One of the places we visited around the market, that is the place where you chlorinate the water. Does it mean that there are some areas where the water is not fit for drinking?
Look, in terms of the bacteriological contamination is available everywhere. This is directly related to the sanitation facility. If people are going for defecation in outside, then there are always chances to mix the fecal contamination with the water. So this is the E. coli and streptococci. This both bacteria. This come from the fecal contamination.
So what are your challenges? What are the challenges that you are confronted with in this academy?
I mean, we are providing training to the state functionaries and the state district functionaries to test at least 4 times in a year through the S2S boil, every source, and doing chlorination and sanitary survey. Sanitary survey is a major thing too for the prevention of the bacteriological contamination.
And research so far, are you comfortable that the water level in the country can sustain? That is, in terms of water provision.
Depletion is a big problem, and we are trying to do the recharging, rainwater harvesting. So we are providing training to the state functionaries and the state district functionaries for rainwater harvesting, recharging, check dam. So Government of India is trying a lot.
Water conservation issues.
Water conservation.
So our basic area is the rural. So we are covering everyone who is dealing with, dealing with the...
This is the resource center for the rural only, because this is supported by the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India. Not his, I mean checking the depletion is saying like that.
Yes, what I'm saying is that, in certain places...
Checking the depletion.
Yes.
How the people are doing,
Yes,
through rainwater harvesting,
what are they doing?
deepening of ponds.
Yes, what are they doing that is threatening the reserve level? People begin to build personal boreholes that tend to threaten the water reserve level.
So Government of India is doing the deepening of ponds, recharging methodology, and for rainwater harvesting. So we are doing a lot of things.
I wanna make you someone more than just my closet. I wanna win that type of relationship where you gon' wanna come hang when your man didn't trip. You say you're short this month and you're late on your rent. He took your car, what you mean homeless? Yeah, whoa. You see, little mama out of control, and I'm just saying.
The way that you're walking, the way that you're talking. You're the one I wanna spend this night with, trying to get in them drawers till the morning. I can already tell you want. shaking it off for me, giving it all to me, rubbing that body. Keep on shaking it off for me, giving it all to me, rubbing that body.
Shorty moving closer and closer and slower and lower, yeah. I think she knows she making me. Got every man in the building like, oh my God. She slick at a lottie-dottie when she work her body. When you done the party, meet me down there in the lobby, and I'll be waiting on ya. Ain't no debating on ya. I got a seat for you. We can let the top back in. We don't have to stop, girl. I got a little something I wanna. Believe me, it's strong. La mama, please don't make me wait too long.
The way that you're walking, the way that you're talking. You're the one I wanna spend this night with, trying to get in them drawers till the morning. I can already tell you want it, cause you're shaking it off for me, giving it all to me, rubbing that body. Keep on shaking it off for me, giving it all to me, rubbing that body.
Now I see you looking at my body, baby. Now you wanna come and put it on me. If I gave it to you, could you promise me that you could make it feel like you never did? Cause I see you and you see me. Now if I please you, could you please me? Now I ain't the one in no relationship, and I ain't trying to be the other chick. I know you
The way that you're walking, the way that you're talking. You're the one I wanna spend this night with, trying to get in them drawers till the morning. I can already tell.
for sale, but you can find it in 990 rupees. I never view with the pralhad.
And me?
Depends sometimes.
Nainital hills, you had to take a horse, and almost all Indians can ride very well. Horses in Nainital have very soft skin and are very clean.
Okay. Tell us what educational level are you?
I'm giving my class 10 boards from ICSE board. I'm studying in Sherwood out here. And I have a paper tomorrow.
Okay, and you are preparing for exams. Where will these exams take you if you pass successfully?
I would like to continue in Sherwood only. I will finish off with class 12 and then apply out somewhere in the for university level.
Okay, finally, what is the life here? Because I won't take much of your time. You are going to study. Well, how is the life here? The tourists, you like the city?
It's really different from the plains. I mean, it's quiet. And, you enjoy the solitude. Times it might just get you, but still, the environment is really clean and you don't have to bother about the weather. And plus, so many activities these boarding schools offer you, which you won't really get to experience in the day boarding schools and plains. And that's it. And you really enjoy here.
Please.
My name is Chetan Javeri.
Okay.
I live in Bombay and I'm visiting Nainital because I studied in Sherwood College 40 years ago, 50 years ago, almost 50 years ago.
Okay.
And we just went up to school this morning and brought back memories of what I did and where I was and where I stayed. And I showed my son and wife my dorm, my classes, my schoolroom, my classroom, where we ate, and where we played and where we went to chapel.
What does it mean to come back here after being away for 40 years?
It was the first time that I came back here. I've been looking forward to manage it, but because of my son's handicap, we haven't, didn't just somehow make it. But with things just got together and here I am. And it's a pleasure to be back in school.
Okay.
It brought back a lot of memories.
What are some of the things that you recollect about Nainital? Has it grown in terms of size?
Oh, it's messy, it's dirtier. We didn't have cars going up to school. I had to walk up. I was expected to walk up, but the car took me right to the gate. Those are the changes that have come. There are obviously more people, there are obviously more tourists. It wasn't so bad then, but mind you, when I don't remember much of that, because when we were in school, we couldn't come down whenever we wanted, and the day we came down was 200 boys coming down for a day out on the city. So we really didn't look and worry about what was what where. We were crowd ourselves.
But Nainital is one of the most popular tourism destinations in India. And these tourist arrivals are increasing. I understand April is the peak season. How do you see this development?
Tourists, well, India is a large country. And if it's nice, everyone wants to be there. It's not very expensive. You have lots of tourist hotels, things that are affordable. So I guess it is a very, very likely, welcome destination for people.
Okay. And finally, what do you have to say about the academic aspect, the schooling aspect here in Nainital? There's only one university. Was there a university in your time?
No, there wasn't a university in our times. In our times, when I was in school, the course that I did was Senior Cambridge, which was then governed by the university in Cambridge, in England.
मसक कली उड़ मटक कली